When you see shower doors, maybe you go to a home center and the price is great and you're thinking, oh, this is wonderful. And then you go to the store and you get it and it's wobbly and it's thin. It's like, do I really want this door? You're looking at a cheap shower door. The question is, where can you get a good value door that's also high quality? So one of the things I would look at in looking at the door, first is the thickness of the glass. This one has 3/8 inch thick standard glass. You see it looks a little greenish. That's due to the iron content in the glass. You'll find cheaper doors that may be as thin as like 1/8 inch or 3/16 inch thin, and they'll be a lot more likely to wobble. The other thing, just talking about the glass that you won't necessarily notice, is with a better glass door, this one actually has a process called secure glass on the outside. What that means is it won't ever explode. Have you ever seen an exploding shower door that hurts people? This one actually has a film that you can't see that'll take care of that. On the inside of here, there's also a process that is called Microtek. And what that is it's kind of like Rain-X for your glass door, where it helps water to bead off. And so if you have, let's say you have hard water and you have spots, what people mostly think of is, hey, glass, nothing penetrates in the glass. But actually that's not true. Actually, you can get mineral deposits in the glass that you can never wash out of it. So this one actually has a process on the inside. The other thing to look at with glass doors is literally the height of the glass. So when people talk about door, this one it's called 79-inch high. And I'll tell you, while it's true that this glass is 79-inch high, the most important dimension in choosing a better quality door is to pay attention, especially on a bypass door that has a rail up here, is to pay attention of the distance from the shower pan all the way up to this bar. So for me, I'm about 6 foot tall, 5'11", maybe I'm shrinking, I don't know. But when I get in here, right, I have actually about 4 inches to spare. So with this door, which I consider a better quality door, if somebody's 6'3" and smaller, they can get in without worrying about ducking and bumping their head. So that's a key factor. Cheaper doors are going to be shorter. So, if you got a door that's 75 inches, even somebody like me, I may bump my head and I'm not that tall to get in there. So that's another thing to pay attention to. Another thing, especially with a bypass door, one of the biggest aggravations people have is there's a U-track at the bottom of the door. That track gets dirt and hair. It's just disgusting. Nobody wants to clean it. With this one, you'll see there is no U-track. So it's very easy to clean this even with a bypass door. And that's probably what really makes people upset about bypass doors. The other thing to look for is there'll be like a gasket on the side of the door. That's to protect from water getting out. And then if you have a bypass door, many of them will only have, maybe it's a cheap bar. This one has a sturdier bar, but there's a bar here and there's a bar on the inside. Obviously, there's not two bars on the outside, otherwise the doors wouldn't go back and forth. So that's another thing to look for in a better quality door. And then lastly, one of the things to look at in quality doors may become not as much quality, but type of the door. So this one here is called a bypass. Bypass meaning by, to, door slide. Or there's doors that are called sliders, where one of the door slides and one is fixed. Or there's doors that are pivot doors, or what might be called a walk-in glass system, where there's either a fixed piece of glass or a fixed piece of glass with a little pivoting door at the end. So there's a lot more that goes into shower doors than people know. But one of the things you may also want to ask about is when you're buying a door is, if I buy it as part of a system, could I save money? I know over here, this is all part of one shower kit system where there's a stone base, these 3/8 inch thick wall panels, and this glass door. And when they're bought as a package, you can save 10 to 12% because it's more efficient in picking it and packing it and shipping it out. So with glass shower doors, don't treat them like the red-haired stepchild at the end of a project. Really understand they're a key element. If you do want to learn more about glass doors or about wall panels or bases, you can go call 877-668-5888, or go to innovatebuildingsolutions.com, and then there's a bathroom category, and under the bathroom you'll find wall panels, glass doors, bases, pretty much anything you want to know about showers. Thanks so much for watching the video.